Hey, I'm on the campus of Illinois State University with the head coach, Brock Spack. Congratulations, Coach, on the start, the great season that you've had, and also your entry to the FCS Playoffs. What's it been like navigating all of this throughout the season?
It's been pretty tough. We had a rash of injuries. You know, being an ex-player yourself, how devastating that can be. But we had a really good group of guys that rallied, and we kind of kept the ship afloat as we got through that. And now we're gained a lot of those guys back now, and we're very we've had them for the last 5-6 weeks, and we're on a 5-game winning streak. So it helps to have the consistent lineup, and it's gone very well here lately.
Yeah, consistency is always a key when you have a football team. If you don't, things are changing. It's a little bit of a roll of the dice sometimes when you have a football team. Talk about some of the things that you had to overcome throughout the season.
Well, injury is one, and that's my old boss, Coach Tiller, would tell you don't ever use injury as an excuse, but those are things you have to overcome. So your depth. I felt going into this season we had a pretty deep team for an FCS team, and didn't know we'd be challenged like this early, but it was challenged. The depth was challenged, and we had a lot of young guys come through, and some older guys who haven't played a ton that did a great job. So you got to count on guys. You know, if you're going to have a special season in football, you know this better than anybody else, is that you got to count on a guy or two that you're really not counting on. Right. You know, you don't know who that's going to be, but and we've had multiple guys that have stepped into roles and the next man up kind of mentality, and they did a great job, and that's been the key.
Well, let's start on the offensive side of the ball. Talk about a couple of guys who stood up.
Well, our quarterback has played really well. He was sharing time to start the season, and he kind of took the role over. He's not a real big guy, but he's athletic. He's become a better thrower throughout his career. He's gotten stronger. His arm strength has gotten better. His arm talent's gotten better, and he's really become a more accurate thrower. So that's been really good, and he's played very well. Our two outside receivers, Sobkowitz and Xavier, have played very, very well. And then all our backs. But we lost our starting tailback on the first carry against Iowa. And Winkers Wright's had a lot of experience here, but he's had 1,000 yards, and had our true freshman come in and be a really good player for us. But our running back room's pretty deep, and we have to be in what we do here. So I would say our left tackle is a transfer from the University of Minnesota. He's a local kid here from Peoria area, and he's done a nice job for us. And our defense has gotten better throughout the year. So all that has been really good. Ty Niekamp, the son of our defensive coordinator, you'd like him a lot. He's a long linebacker, very similar to what you look like. He's 6'3"-ish. He was a freshman of the year nationally last year, and he had a thumb operation in the bye week. He's been playing with a cast. He's had a hamstring. He's had a lot of stuff his sophomore year here. I mean, he's able to fight through it. He's one of the more productive players in our league.
You got a few guys you mentioned there. Let's first talk back about Tommy. Talk about Tommy and what he's done for this team, and really what the leadership level that he's developed into over the season.
Well, key word there is leadership. You know, you're always looking for that, and having guys who are truly leaders in this generation, it's difficult. And Tommy's not afraid to say something that's uncomfortable to a friend and to a teammate. You know, that's what leadership is sometimes. You tell him the truth, and he's been really good that way. Players really follow him. I think he's easy to cheer for because he is such a competitor and he's tough, and we all like that as football players.
You talked about a running back, Winkers. That's a really fun football name, obviously. we could talk about that. You know, what about him makes him special and kind of makes him go?
He's a better person than he is a player, and he's a very good player. Great kid, always has a smile on his face, has a great story. He was in an orphanage, he and his brother in Haiti, and was adopted by an American family, and that's a great story. I mean, he's a tremendous student here. He's a grad student now, and you just count on him every Saturday. He does what you ask him to do. He's a downhill runner. I think you'll like him. He's not a guy that dances around. He's a downhill runner, tough. And can catch the ball in the backfield and can protect the quarterback. He does all the things backs do without the ball that they have to do in order to be good players.
You guys have played complementary football, offense, defense. Talk about Ty Niekamp and what he does on the defensive side of the ball in his leadership role.
Well, as you know, being a linebacker yourself, the defense goes through him, and he has to be able to get us in the right fronts, the right movements, the right checks, and as well as the safeties. But he basically is our leader, our quarterback on defense. Excuse me. He's a tough guy. He's not the most gifted athlete, I'd say, but he's got length. He's long, and he's got a good motor, and he's very physical. So in our league, that's something you got to have.
Let's change gears here and let's talk a little about the FCS playoffs and your seed and your bid. Talk about how you guys landed and really what it's going to take to get a good W on the column against SEMO.
We've got a lot of experience in the playoffs. And up until COVID, and then COVID kind of gutted our team, and we've taken some time to get it back. But I like it. I don't mind bus trips. Kind of nice to relax a little bit on a bus. But SEMO's a very good football program. We see him on tape. We don't see him on the football field very often. This will be the second time we played him in the tournament since I've been here. Very good coach, another defensive coach, and very well coached everywhere. But a very skilled team. They have really good, big, long wideouts. Really good quarterback, physical on defense. So it'll be a great challenge for us, and I think it's a great first round game for us, anyways.
Well, fantastic. Congratulations on the game, and best of luck along the way.
Hey, thanks for coming. Appreciate you being here.